Hello and welcome to 8 o'clock news.
Sure. Hey, everyone. It is your favorite CEO, Miss Flo, and welcome to another episode of Neon Mike, where the conversation just glows. But this time, I'm at BlurCon, streaming live from Blurred Station. And you know who I have with me? If I, like, the biggest superstar at BlurCon,
Beyonce.
I would, if I ever need to, pump myself up in the morning, I don't need coffee. I don't need an energy drink. You know what I put on? I put on THOT Squad. If I need to motivate myself, if I need to get hype, I put on Pound Cake. Okay? If I'm ever depressed,
Period.
I listen to Hoes Depressed.
Period.
You see, and then we have like a returning guest who stayed coming back to BlurCon and is dedicated. Here we go with like THOT
Period.
Squad. So welcome back.
Period.
How's your
Hello.
travel?
You know, I was on the road. I drove because I'm not getting on a plane in the year 2025.
That's fair. That's fair. That's
Because
valid.
we are around the corner from that guy's house.
We don't
We're
need to
around-
say his name. It's not about him.
We're around the corner from his house, and getting on a plane sounded scary.
Yep.
So we drove from Michigan. It was about 10 hours.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's dedication.
We got here maybe like an hour ago officially. And then I was like, "Oh, I gotta look like a person and not like my daddy." So I put some makeup on, put a little outfit on. I said I would come down here and talk to you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I know that we've been trying to link up for a minute,
Yes.
but you have been busy.
Yes.
You're on your tour. Thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
And it's even it's like continue to grow. You're selling out shows. You added the West Coast. Like, how do you feel about this tour?
I'm really excited for the tour. This is actually the first stop. Yay! Me and my husband Ben, we do this together. It's just us. So like, I'm sending emails to the venues. I'm design the poster with the help of one of my friends who made the logo. Design the posters. We booked the venues. We made the merch. Like literally, like I was pressing the shirts. Like everything has been made and crafted with my hands and my fingers. And it's really crazy. When do I sleep? The answer is never. And that's okay because I get to do cool stuff like this. And I get to meet cool people. And even though we're tired and exhausted, the impact is what's the most important.
And I feel that. And when I tip my hat off to you, if I had a hat, I wish I had a hat. I don't have a hat right now, but it's an invisible hat that I will tip to you for your hard work and dedication, because like I see you on social media, you are grinding, creating these amazing creative posts. Like it's never boring. It's always different. And to hear that like you yourself is and of course the help of your husband is like making all of this happen. Like that's the life of an independent artist. So it's like what advice do you have for other independent artists that are like just getting started and
I think about this a whole lot. And I would say that nobody's coming to save you. That's what me and Ben say to each other all the time. Nobody's coming to save us. When I first started, I thought like, oh, I need to collaborate with these people. I need to pay to be on this thing and that thing, and none of it added to my success. It just added to my stress. But when you get out of this thing, like looking to other people to help make it happen, and you figure out what it is about you that you can blow up, I think that's really what really made us lock in. So I think that would be the thing that I would say to independent artists. Like you don't need to do a bunch of collaboration. You don't need to. Please do not pay nobody to be on their stage. Do not pay nobody to be on their stage.
don't come out of pocket.
You might be able to like sometimes you got to do some stuff for free or for some favors back and forth, but don't pay. There's so many scams out here where they're like pay $300 and you can play at my festival for 5 minutes set, and I'm like,
Hmm.
it's a no for me, dog.
That could go to like putting like the product for your merch or
Exactly.
like promotion. Like you could like
Exactly.
that could go towards like doing sponsor ads on social media. Not to no,
No,
I agree. That
it's
is
because
egregious.
nobody name somebody who they paid to be on whatever stage, and then now they're famous because that
Mm-mm.
helped them. It's a scam.
Yeah,
So watch out for the scammers, and just know that you got it. You have what's in you to make this thing happen.
that's perfect advice. You know what I mean? And it's like there's so many open mics, and there's like I've come across like so many people
Mm-hmm.
that want to work with other creators that have put together their own shows, and they're like, hey, how about we just come together and we just like play and do a showcase? Like I've
Yeah,
seen that happen, but like to like
exactly.
put up like a large amount of money when you're just
Yes.
starting out, like no, don't do that to yourself. What? Not at all. But moving on from that, like you're doing a couple of things here at BlurCon. You actually have
Yeah.
a show tonight, the
Yes.
chocolate covered Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah.
And so, like, first, what is your connection to Rocky Horror, and why do you think it has developed like such a huge cult following?
Okay. So I know who y'all think I am because of what I put on the internet, but I grew up real holy and I grew up real sanctified. So I never saw Rocky Horror until last month. We did a viewing party. So I seen pieces of it in my life. In high school, we played Time Warp, and my teacher, I think that the statute of limitations has passed. My teacher, she brought in, you know how they push in the cart for the movie. She brought it in, turned off all the lights. She closed all the blinds. She closed because the bedroom gets hot, so you never close the door. She closed the door. She locked the door. She said, "If any of you tell anybody that we watched this," so we watched it from the beginning all the way up to Sweet Transvestite from Transylvania. Oh wait, this is YouTube. Sweet testicles from Transylvania. Um, and then we cut it off. At first, we were only supposed to go through Time Warp, but then the kids convinced her to go all the way through. So, I've always known Time Warp. I've always known every single word of Time Warp, but I'd never seen the whole thing. I never knew the whole plot until like last month when we watched it in my Discord. And I said, "What is happening?" And so I'm very excited because I've never been to a live
Me
one,
neither.
but I'm very excited because it's gonna. Oh wait, I can't say that. I'm very excited because it is going to be chocolate covered, so it's gonna be very very big. Um, I haven't met the people who are doing the show or anything. I just got here like an hour and a half ago. But if I know anything about Black people, it's gonna be extra super lit. And I love it when Black people do stuff that's usually white people doing stuff because the jokes that get added in and the references,
It
like
hits harder.
yes, I used to do improv, but like it was only two of us on the two Black people in the whole thing. And I remember I made a joke and I was like, yeah, Michael Jackson. And one person audience was like, huh. And I was like, okay, white people, whatever. So I'm very excited to do this in a Black space.
That'd be cool because like I've never been to the live show too. I actually feel a little bit nervous because I know that there are certain things that you have to say and do during certain
Yeah.
parts of like the showing. And then if you're like new to the live screening, they call you virgins. And then
Mhm.
there's I don't want to call it like a ritual, but there's a tradition where you're
Yeah.
like you're pointed out and certain things happen. So it's just like if I'm going to see it for the first time live, like
Yeah.
a group of people, I would feel more comfortable seeing it here and see how
Yes.
that goes.
Because it's like
So
you're in a community space,
yeah,
you know?
like I'm
Mhm.
hoping like it's like you still get that the tradition of the live interaction, but I hope it's not as intimidating.
Yes.
So that's why I'm looking forward to that. And
Definitely.
so congratulations on that. Like that's I usually when you still perform. You performed here at BlurCon at the live stage, the main stage.
Mhm.
But like, what can we expect from you in terms of
Oh,
like incorporating, Rocky Horror?
get ready. I'm dressing as Rocky. I have
Nice.
little gold shorts, and I have some gold socks, and I have a brown bikini top so that it matches. I'm not gonna have my nip naps out. But I'm really excited for that. We have these lights. They're like 7 feet tall that we use. We bought a 3D printer.
Ooh.
And so they're 7 feet tall, these like light tubes. And so those are going to be all around the stage. And then we have these wands that say THOT Squad on them, and they light up like a K-pop, like a
Oh.
K-pop, but it's gonna be ghetto. And then those sync with the lights on stage, which sync with the like the song or whatever, or what's going or the projection.
That's
So it's
gonna
gonna be
be
very
dope.
interactive. So just like Rocky Horror is interactive, we were like, we got to make it interactive.
And using science.
Okay,
Like, can we just like talk about that?
women
like,
in STEM.
like you know what I mean? It's STEAM because you're also incorporating arts
Yes,
too. Like
women in
like
STEAM.
feel the steam. Like, oh my god, that's gonna be so.
Did my white
cool.
husband put all of it together? Yes, but I had to learn a little bit. STEAM.
Like just imagine like the connection that way. Like that is taking stage performance to like the next level. I can't wait to see that.
Thank you. That kind of goes back to what we were talking about before. Like, if because that type of setup costs like $10,000 on the basic end. I mean, you're buying it from AliExpress. $10,000, super basic, and then they're not even 10. They're just a little bit. They're like 4 feet tall or something like that. You know what I mean? And so that thing of how do I do this? How I know what I want it to look like.
Mhm.
How do I make it,
Right.
look the way I want it to with whatever budget you have?
Right.
I'm very fortunate that the pre-sales for the tour were able to finance that part of it. So, but before we had pre-sales, we was at Home Depot. Before we had the what's that called? The 3D printer. We had PVC pipes and whatever was at Home Depot, and it looked fine. But then we were like, oh wait, we can do this with 3D printer. But like, there's still like toilet parts in the skeleton of it, but you won't be able to see it. But like, that's what I'm talking about. Like figuring out how to do it for yourself.
And that's like the best part of like when you have that cosplayer background is because like you can figure out like what to do, how to execute it. Like it is like I can imagine like how stressful that is because I get it. It's like you have the vision in your head, but it's like sometimes the execution it could go either way. So like I'm so glad that you guys were able to figure it out. Is that something that's going to be incorporated throughout your entire tour, or just for the like? Okay, that's oh my god, like that's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
And like going back to the tour, thoughts and prayers.
Yes.
One, why did you call it that? And then what would be the thoughts prayer?
So we call it thoughts and prayers because number one, I'm not religious, but I'm very churchy. Like I said, I grew up very holy. And so a lot of the culture that is in me is very Baptist and very Catholic. Hallelujah. And so that, and then it's a play on words of the thoughts and prayers. You know how when something tragic happens and the government don't do nothing, but they thinking and praying. They thinking and praying.
We're praying a lot more now.
They around the corner in the house thinking and praying. And so that's where that came from. It was like kind of very cute. And then what was the second question?
Like what would be in the thoughts
thoughts prayer? Okay. Money, prosperity, no stress, mental wellness, money.
You can't say that enough. Like times are hard out here.
Listen,
like,
I'm not talking about being a billionaire. I'm just talking about paying these dang on bills and not having to buy everything off again.
Yeah,
you know,
right. I mean, like let's just have like a livable wage.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
Like just so that you have enough to like not just survive but thrive.
Yes.
That's the space that we were like truly open for.
I used to do a thing on my TikTok live. It was called the Church of THOT, and I had the robe, and I had some wig that I made a few years ago, and so I natted up and stuff, and I would say, "Welcome to the of THOT, the Holy One." And then when people sent donations, I'd be like, "Thank you for your donation. That rose donation will be going to the deaconesses as they travel to the deaconess conference in Las Vegas, where they will see the magical Mike live." And we know Michael is of the Bible. Like, just stupid.
But I can see it, and I think like we probably need that church. We need that
Yes.
church, that's for sure.
Yes.
One, I just can't believe it. I'm just like fanning a little bit, being
Oh my
a
gosh.
fangirl, because it's like I first discovered you with your hit song "Pound Cake," and I was playing that religiously, and then come to find out like you are a regular at BlurCon, and it's just like I'm just so appreciative that you are here, just like sitting next to me and having this conversation. So I just want to take the time to break just to like say that,
Oh my
because
God.
you are an amazing talent. You're a hard worker. I love what you do on social media. I love that you bring your grandmother, like you bring your family into it. Can you speak about like why you decided to bring your grandma, into your career?
Yeah. So grandma actually, I tell people one of two stories. Either that we're twin sisters and we came out the same coochie, and I am also 84 years old, or I tell them that we went to high school together, and grandma go along with it. Grandma's down for anything. I say we went to high school together, but she was the first white person to integrate the black people school. No. That's how. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That I bought into it. I believe it.
Theater. I paid $30,000 to be able to tell that lie. Um, but so we had the song Pound Cake. We were already making videos with it, and we were like, Pound Cake. Oh, we could get grandma involved. Put her in there, because it's like your grandma. Because my grandma taught me. My other grandma, my mom's mom, taught me how to make a pound cake. So like last time I show you how to make a pound cake, I really do know how to make a pound cake from scratch. It's like the only thing I really know how to cook from scratch is pound cake. And so that's how the song came about. I was on live stream and Ben was working on the beat, and he was talking about how they were like, "What are you making for Thanksgiving?" Blah blah blah. And so I was just yelling for 15 minutes about pound cake. And it was like, first you got that zero. You take that butter out the fridge the night before. I swear to God, if you take it out when you're ready to make it, you're gonna be mad. And then we shortened that down to the chorus. So we were like, oh, it's like, your sweet grandma, she's baking with you. And then we were like, just kidding, she a thug. And but that's my girl. That's my girl. Everybody listen, people love grandma more than they love me. People be commenting on like when I announce it to Twitter, like I'm only going if grandma's gonna be there. I'm like, I cannot take an 84-year-old woman across America, y'all. Y'all gonna kill that old woman.
Let her be. She's at peace. I do enjoy seeing her, with the TikToks with you. It's so cute and adorable. I wish that social media was around for my grandmother, Lola, because she was a baddie. She would have like a baddie. She was not afraid to fight her roommate in the home at all. Like she stood on business, even in a wheelchair. So like I understand that connection because grandmas are like, yeah, there's a special connection there. So I always thought that was
while we were leaving. I love this old lady. When we were leaving, she was like, "Can I help you do?" Like, grandma can't bend over and pick up. Can I help you with anything? We're good, grandma. We're good. And so she was like, the way that she could contribute was she went in her little purse and she had a $50 bill. Y'all don't rob my granny because she don't got it no more because she gave it to us. Also, don't rob us. She had a $50 bill, a $1 bill, and assorted change. And she gave it. She's like, you take that. And we're like, Grandma, we are just fine. It's okay. But you never know. It might be an emergency. I was like,
Oh,
okay, thank you, Grandma. Thank you.
you're
And
nice.
then
I wouldn't ask any questions. I would have just took it. I was like, anytime grandma give me something, I was like, thank you, grandma.
I'm just gonna flip around. So I take her to get her nails done. So I'll just flip it around and pay for it, her nails to get done or something like that. Cause she's always randomly, she's like, I got $8. Grandma, I don't need $8. Thank you so much.
You're a good grandbaby. You're a good grandbaby. Like that's special. Um, but just I also love just hearing how you just make music, like your whole thought process, just from like creating pound cake. But like, what song do you think has been the most healing for you?
The most
Like,
healing song, I would say probably bum. Can I curse? Bum bitch. Um,
feel that because you were like, it seemed like somebody has been really hating on you, and like you just had to get it off your experience because there's some people that really be in your tea but don't mind their own kettle, and it got lime scale.
okay. And it
So
got
lime
lime scale.
scale, like be in your own kettle. Don't
Yes.
worry what I have over here. And it's just like and I see that all the time. Even as an educator, when you see that like that one problematic student that always want to like come after another student,
Okay.
worry about you. Worry about you.
I used to be a substitute teacher until the pandemic. Kids try to. I'm like, first of all, I don't care what you got to say. You got to raise your hand to go pee pee. I, you in the 12th grade, you in kindergarten. Put your hand up to go pee pee. You ain't got nothing to do with me, girl. So, but no, that song came from my whole life. Like because I'm dark skinned and stuff. Like kids would pick on me and all this stuff, and then now that I have what flourished or like so when Doechii when she won the Grammy, she put out that song and she said to all the bitches I've surpassed, and so that's my like thing for 2025. All the people I've surpassed, and I continue to surpass, and so I think Bum Bitch is really good because it's like the stuff I couldn't say back then because of anxiety, depression, XYZ. Like I let it come out through my music. And so I think Bum Bitch is a really good example of that.
And I feel that, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to that as well. Because you always got that one that want to just like, hey, well, go ahead and hate. That means I'm being successful. I'm doing something right.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So
Period.
just go ahead and stay mad. I'm gonna stay blessed. Okay. And so I want to wrap things up because I want to make sure that you get ready for your show, and I can't wait to check it out. You also have a meetup tomorrow as well. Can you like talk about a little bit about that?
Yes. Do I remember what time it is? No. Do I know where it is? No. It's in the meetup spot. That is the meetup spot. Go to the guidebook and you'll see it. But I'll be there in my Janelle Monáe drag.
Ooh.
And I'm very excited. I didn't know what I was gonna do this year because I wanted to do Cash Money taking over for 99 and 2000. But everybody just dressed like it's 2001, but zombies. And I thought it'd be so cool. And then I just never got it together. So when I heard Janelle Monáe was gonna be here, I was like, I can do my Janelle Monáes. You know, I got my electric ladies.
That's awesome. The black and white.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I'll take pictures, video. We'll have oh no, the light you can buy light wands, but it'll be after the show. But what's cool about the light wands is, let's say you saw me here, you want to see me when I come to your town, you can bring the same light wand. It's the same thing.
That's all connected.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
dope. That's dope.
But we'll have t-shirts and all that stuff. I really love meeting the people. Somebody asked me like, what am I most excited for going on tour? And I said that I'm most excited for meeting y'all, like because why y'all like me? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, because like I hate it when celebrities be like, without you, I wouldn't have da. But like in real life, without the people who support me, the people who follow me, the people who buy a ticket, the people who join the Discord, like it's become such a community. And I never expected any. I wanted to be when I started making music. I wanted to be a one hit wonder. I was like, just make me like a little twerking beat and I want to be a one hit wonder. I want to be a city girl, for the one time, and then I'm gonna go back and do my nonprofit stuff and chill.
You work for Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Okay.
He's still getting paid.
Okay. But then it turned out, I guess I have a voice that a lot of people feel like they don't have, and being able to speak what a lot of people are feeling, in a different and creative way. And it's just created this community. We got people who are like best friends now, and they ain't never seen each other in life, and it's really beautiful. So that's I love performing and stuff. I'm really excited for the meet and greet.
Oh yeah,
and it's free. You don't gotta pay nothing. You can just come look me in the eye for no money.
But please come out to the show tonight. It's at 7 at the Hilton. It's supposed to start at 7 or 7:30.
The thing says 7. I don't know.
We're gonna say 7.
Get there early. I understand it's blurred time, but I need y'all to be on time. I need y'all to be on time because. Okay, I'm looking. I need y'all to be on time because you got to get your light stick. Because if only 3 people got light sticks, it don't got the effect. So I need y'all to be on time. Also, if you late, I'm gonna do like a comedian. I'm gonna point you out. I'm in the middle of the song. I'll be like, cut the song. They late. Always late.
So make sure that you are there. Get a light wand. We're going to support our independent artists.
Period.
And you're going to have a good time.
So, yeah.
Like, it's a win-win. So, which win? The tickets are $30. Make sure you come on through. And you see how you guys glowed from that conversation? Woo! I'll catch you guys next time.